Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Quisha. Y'all, I had words in my head. We're doing a chit chat get ready with me. It's gloomy, it's rainy all day, so I want to play in some makeup. So I heard somebody told me and my homegirl that word on the street is that we are bringing 2016 makeup back. Hello, I'm ready. Y'all, I think I want to do a cut crease. I also want to talk about Love Is Blind. The new season is out. I've watched it twice, the first 6 episodes, so let's get into it, okay? I'm wearing pajamas right now because it's raining. Let me hit your leg up. Okay. Ooh. I'm not as flexible as I used to be. The PJs, y'all. The PJs. Oh, I'm out of breath from doing that. I went to Target yesterday. I got these pajama pants, so I'm gonna well, I'm out of breath from doing that. So I want to do a look to match these PJ pants. It's like a, what do you call it? Like a fuchsia-y pink, black and white type of a deal. I have been working out, but clearly not enough, okay? Anyway, since we're also in the house, bored in the house, and we're in the house bored, I'm gonna do a little bit of gardening. Y'all pray for me. All right, how y'all doing, y'all? All right? I'm good, y'all. We're doing gardening and makeup today, okay? I'm pretty sure this is my first time gardening while doing my makeup, so I'm a little nervous, okay? But let's go ahead. Clearly, I've already done my brows. I'm working with 2 palettes. The Norvina palettes. I rarely use these palettes, so we're gonna bust them out for today. We're gonna start with the eyes. I'm a little scared, y'all. I haven't cut the crease in years. So there will be spoilers for the first 6 episodes of Love Is Blind. So I still want you to watch me do my makeup. So if you don't mind, put me on mute, play some music, and like watch me do my makeup, because I'm going to be talking about Love Is Blind. I have to talk. I don't have anyone like in person to talk to about it. So I'm going to talk to you and we can like have a dialogue, because what's going on? Oh my gosh, y'all, look. A MAC soft ochre. What's on my hand? Oh, a MAC soft ochre paint. I'm all over the place. I haven't even, y'all remember these? She's barely even been touched. I'm not using this today. I'm just playing. Put a little concealer down. So this video is being filmed on Saturday. What's day, like the 17th? Yeah. It's Saturday the 17th. I'm praying that I get this video up tomorrow because I haven't had a video up in 2 weeks. Y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. I explained a little bit on my community page. I sat down yesterday to edit a vlog because I vlogged last week. This past week I vlogged and I'm like, okay, let me edit. I wanted to get it up by today, Saturday, because I didn't have a video last week and, you know, whatever, you know. Y'all, when I looked at that footage, no ma'am, it wasn't giving. When I say it wasn't giving, y'all, I was in a bonnet the whole damn video. Well, I came out of the bonnet. I washed my hair and everything, and it didn't turn out well. It was just a mess, honestly. So I was sick the week before, like the cold or flu, whatever's been going around. Y'all know everybody's getting sick. It got to us over here. So we were dealing with that, and then I started to feel better, so I'm like, oh, let me vlog. Then when I started vlogging, the next day after I started vlogging, I got my monthly, and it was a bad one too. Like, I was down and out, y'all. It was really bad. So the vlog was just me picking up the camera here and there and looking tired, in pain. Like, I was just, no, I shan't be posting that. It's for our own good. Nobody wanted to see that. So I posted on my community page yesterday that there'll be a vlog up in a few days because I'm vlogging this weekend. My friend and I had plans today. We were gonna go downtown, get drinks, dress cute, get pictures. Y'all, I woke up, it's raining. My friend texted me right as I was done getting my steps, and she was like, oh, I need to cancel. I don't feel good. Now she's sick. I'm like, okay. And the weather, I'm like, I'm not gonna vlog. I'm like, I do want to do my makeup though. I definitely want to do my makeup. And I was like, you know what? If I sit down and do my makeup and I edit this and I can get it up by tomorrow, and then there will be content. I won't go 2 weeks without a video. So that's what we're doing, y'all. I have been doing pretty well with the clean girl makeup and the simpler stuff, but there's just something so fun about color and cut creases and whatnot. So we're bringing it back. Okay, y'all, so let's talk about Love is Blind, okay? Season 6 is here. It came out on Valentine's Day. They dropped the first 6 episodes, which is unusual for them because I think I remember they would only drop like 3 episodes at a time. I think they were doing that before. So when I saw 6 episodes, or I didn't even realize it was 6 episodes. I think once I got to the end of the 3rd episode and it was like next episode, I was like, next episode. Don't mind if I do. Who do I want to? I'm gonna start with the most boring couple first. In my opinion, the most boring couple, and I think they're boring because I just think they are cute and they don't have drama, and they'll probably end up working out, which is good for them, but it's bad for TV because it's lame, but good for them. To me, the most boring couple right now is Amy and Johnny. First of all, she's so beautiful. All the women are beautiful. I'm gonna talk about that too. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this. I done got a little scared. They're really cute. I don't know that I remember too much about Johnny's background. Amy, she talks about how she was like really lonely growing up, and her dad like begged people at church to come to her birthday party and all this kind of stuff. It was just like really sad, and you can just tell she is a really good person. She says her brother is that she prayed for. She got a little brother. She was saying, you know, he's on the spectrum, so she wants her partner to know that if something happens to her dad, because her dad's a primary caretaker for her brother, that they're gonna be his primary caretakers until he can, you know, get himself on his feet and support himself. And she just got really emotional about that, and she's just like super sweet. They didn't have any like love triangle drama or anything like that, so I really don't have too much to say about them except for they're cute and boring. Norvina Volume 1 palette, and I'm gonna take the shade B1. It matches my pants exactly, the shade right here. I know it looks kind of purpley on camera, but next to my pants it's a little darker, but that's okay. It's gonna be a transitional shade anyway. It's as close a shade to my pants that I can find without going through a million palettes, which I'm not gonna do, in this shade right here. So we're gonna play around with these 2 shades, but we're gonna start with that shade and put that in the crease, the B1 from the Norvina Volume 1 palette. The next boring couple I feel like is Laura and what is his name? Oh, Laura and Jeremy. His name is spelled so weird. It smelled like Jeremy. If you don't know what Love is Blind is, it's a show where people meet behind a wall. They can't see each other. They just talk and get to know each other, and you get engaged without seeing the person. So you get to know the person for just their personality and who they are, and you don't know what they look like. It's a very interesting social experiment to watch. So that's the deal. I'm gonna put this in the first part when I first started talking, but now we're gonna cut back. But Laura and Jeremy. So he was torn between her and another girl, and he ended up going with Laura. I think he probably should have chose the other girl. I just feel like personality wise, she meshes with him more. Laura is a little odd to me. And there was a scene where Jessica was crying. I'm gonna get into this later, but Jessica was crying and she came up to her and she was like, "Baby girl, you need to leave. You gotta go. You need to get up and leave. I want you to leave." And she was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, Laura's just a little weird to me. Something about her rubs me the wrong way. So he was torn between Laura and this other girl. I think her name was Sarah. Her name was Sarah Ann. Oh Lord, my contact's getting dry already.
I mean, you're still welcome to come out with us.
No. So yeah, Jeremy was torn between Sarah Ann and Laura. I did not like Sarah Ann. They got into like some political discussions, and I really wonder what made him choose Laura over Sarah Ann. I just think personality wise, especially when I saw Jeremy and Laura together, she seemed very annoyed by him. He has a very annoying personality. He's not for me. His personality, he's just one of those people that, or he thinks he's so funny. He thinks he's really funny and he's not. But yeah, they have their couple, and I could just tell Laura was like, I think it was the first night when they got to their honeymoon. It's not really a honeymoon, but y'all know, like after they get engaged, they go to their honeymoon to get to know each other. I could just tell he was just so high energy and just trying to crack jokes all the time that weren't funny. And she was just like, "Is this what I'm gonna have to deal with? Is this what I'm gonna have to?" I think she's gonna say no when they get to the altar, like after the 4 weeks. I don't think she likes him, and I don't think they mesh well. He probably should have chose Sarah, but I don't know if she would have liked him either, honestly. I feel like once she met him, I don't know if her personality meshes well with his either. It's very interesting, the 2 women that he chose. They're totally different, but they also both don't seem like the type of girls he would date. I was a little confused by it. I'm not saying I don't like him. His personality is not, I don't like being around people like that. Ew. So I'm gonna go to the volume 2 palette, and I'm gonna take this shade D3, and I'm gonna put that on top of this one. I don't see them lasting. Now we're gonna get to the good. Let's get into the juiciness of it all. We'll get past all the boring people, because the next 3 couples are very interesting. They're very interesting. You know what I also like about this season? There's a lot of couples that got engaged, like a lot, because the season before, what we have 2? Well, we had 3, right? And then we had 2 weddings. It just wasn't giving. Last season, it was good though. I loved it. I think last season was my favorite season besides season 1. But you know what? Season 4 was good too. They're all really good to watch, but I just feel like drama-wise, well, there really wasn't a lot of drama in season 1. Season 1 was just beautiful because they didn't know what was going on. And season 1 was filmed in like 2018, I think, and they didn't even know if the show was going to be on air, and it was just very authentic. And of course, as the seasons go on, you get people trying to get social media famous and all that kind of stuff. So as the seasons go on, I feel like the show gets less and less authentic, but I'm also very much here for the drama. As long as it's good, I'm watching. Let's talk about Brittany and, what is his name? Brittany and Kenneth. They are both super young. I think she's 24 and he's 25 or something like that. Not saying you can't get married at those ages, because I think that's fine. You know, there's a lot of people that get married young and stuff like that. And especially for these 2 people, because they both seem super mature and very responsible. He mentioned that he had to grow up super fast. He mentioned that his mom died when he was 12. It was just so sad. He said he had to write her eulogy and, you know, give it at 12 years old all by himself. So he's really had to grow up really fast. I can see him being ready to be married and settled down. It's just the energy he gives off. He's very religious, and so is Brittany. He's a principal. She used to be a teacher, or she still is a teacher. I just think they have a lot in common. They are interracial. He's black and she's white. Okay, so on the show, you're not really supposed to ask anything that where you can determine the person's look, and that includes their race, you know. But these people on season 6, a couple of them they've done like roundabout ways to kind of gauge what a certain quality or a certain trait that a person has. Like, okay, so for example, she was like, what ethnicity would you say your family is? First of all, he sounds black as hell. His voice is blackity black. It's big and it's deep and it's low. Like, he sounds like a big black man. And I knew she knew that. But he was like, my family's black. He was like, what about you? She was like, we're white. And he was like, oh, I've never dated a white person before. She didn't mention if she dated a black person before. She just said, like, it's not a problem. Like, that ain't no problem. This is just me just guessing. I wouldn't be surprised if she has dated a black person before. She gives me that, not saying like there's a certain type of person or whatever. I knew it wasn't, I could just tell by her energy and the way she talks that it wasn't going to be a problem for her, the race thing. Amy and Johnny are interracial as well. She's Puerto Rican and he's white. He was all about that accent, honey. I know that's right. Okay, so now we are going to like start the outer, because we're gonna put black down here. I need a deep dark, like not like dark, but I need a darkish pink. We might have to bust out another palette, y'all. I do think there might be some hiccups in their relationship. I think that it might be a physical attraction issue. I don't think she was all that attracted to him when she saw him. I think they get along on every other, I think they might be the most compatible out of all the couples to me. Something about when they met, she didn't seem too impressed. I'm breaking out a classic, okay? Well, I'm using nothing but classic. Those are the palettes I own. I haven't bought a new palette in years. It's unnecessary at this point. Y'all. Morphe Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. Hello. It's gonna have exactly what I need. Look at this palette. Like, come on. Oh, hello. The interesting thing about the two of them is they both agreed to not have sex until after marriage. So it's like, how are we gonna know if she's really attracted to him? I mean, sure, she's gonna talk about it and stuff like that. Well, I don't know. Hopefully she talks about it. I'm just getting the vibe that she's not physically attracted to him. Like, I don't know, y'all. And he did say, like, when he first met her, she was like, you know, he was like, I've never dated a white woman before, but he did speak on how beautiful she is. He was like, I'm lucky, you know, like, I'm happy. I just don't know if it's ringing true. This looks a lot like the shade I used the first time. Okay, it's a little darker. I'm gonna use a shade next to it called Crazy. It's a little deeper. Yeah. I'm gonna start that one first. I'm gonna put that. I'm also gonna take the shade Crazy and put it in the crease because we want, you know, we want that definition for when we cut the crease. I want to use a smaller brush. Oh, these contacts are drying out so fast. They're old. They're expired. So yeah, I'm interested to see how the two of them work out. It would be beautiful if they stay together. Also, they have both lost a parent. She talked about how her dad died. He talked about how his mom died. I just think they have so much in common. Not saying that you have to have a ton in common with the person you get married to. Lord knows me and my husband. We are two totally different people, but you know what I mean. It helps, especially in this experiment, to have something to bond over. So yeah, they're cute. I would put them, they're right on the edge of boring and interesting because I feel like there's potential for drama there. I'm very interested to watch them meet each other's families. That's going to be super interesting. I'm not using this hot pink shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette called Tipsy Girl. It's exactly the same shade as the one from the Norvina palette. I just don't feel like opening up that palette. I might as well just use this palette. Yeah, you want that pink. Ooh, very pink. And then we're gonna just bring this. I'm gonna blend for a while. So we're just gonna make sure we blend these colors together. Take our time. I'm gonna take the shade Lolly Mama from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna mix it with Certified. It's like the palest shade in the palette. I want a super bright pink shade just to kind of get into the brow bone. We'll just kind of get up here so it's not. You need a little something up top. You don't want any harshness in your blending. Does it need black? Does it need black? I don't think it does, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna put a little piece, a little bit. It's Black History Month. I'm gonna take the black shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette called Temptress. I'm gonna take a very little bit. Very little bit. Gonna in this V and up. Yeah. All right, y'all. I believe it's time to cut the crease. Let me find my crease cutting brush. Like, I haven't used it in a long time. I used to have a very specific brush for cutting my crease, and now I don't know where it is. Maybe it's still dirty. I do still have a gaggle of brushes waiting for me to wash them, so maybe it's over there. That's okay. I think we can get it done with what we got. This Luxie brush is flat enough, I guess. I have this Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna use this to cut the crease. This is in the shade Medium Tan Neutral. Now, am I gonna do it the old way where I used to look up, or am I just gonna cut a crease? Let's just see. I'm gonna do it the old way. Yeah, remember this, right? You do this and then you look up. Oh, I ain't have enough. Oh, I don't trust this brush. It's kind of, it's like not, I don't know how to explain it, but okay, okay, let's just do it. Y'all, this ain't the right brush. This ain't the right brush. I know it's green. It has a green handle. Like, I know the brush I need. All right, what if I use this brush? Maybe this will work. I think it's from the crayon case. Yeah. This one isn't thin enough though. Oh my, something's wrong with everything. All right, let's just use this one. This ain't it either, y'all. This ain't it. This isn't quite the shape I need, but it's flat enough and thin enough. So I'm just gonna try my best and just. I do remember I'm not supposed to drag, and I'm definitely doing that, but I can't because of this brush. I can't help you. Back to the first brush. I want to do a super bright pink, like shimmer shade. All right, the Norvina palette has this, it's just a white shadow called C1. I'm gonna put that on top of the concealer where I cut the crease. I don't need a lot, just like, just to brighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna put pink glitter on top of this. Okay, it's not perfect, but I'm not gonna freak out. Like, I want this to be a little higher, but I'm not doing that. Now I'm gonna take this shimmery shade in the Norvina palette, B3, this shimmer shade right here. I need to do an inventory because what happened to all my brushes, bro? I know I don't have that many dirty brushes. I will get back to talking about the show. I just need to get through this portion first. I'm a little frazzled. Oh, that is so pretty. And now I'm gonna go back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Tipsy Girl and blend these two together. I'm gonna take a clean eyeliner brush and just clean up along the edge here. Okay, let's do the next eye, and then we can talk about the show. I gotta get through these. I am really happy that looks like this and bold makeup and stuff like that is coming back in style. I like the clean girl makeup too, but I just think this is so much more fun and allows people to be creative, and it's just more interesting. And honestly, I have more fun filming videos like this versus the more simpler videos, because just so much can happen. So many things can go wrong, as y'all have seen already. I honestly feel like I don't hate this. I just want this to be just like, and I know if I had my one brush, I know the brush it is too. Wait till I find that brush, okay? Because we're doing more cut creases. They're back. Because like, you know, just what you're supposed to just be able to like, just like stamp, stamp, stamp. And this brush is like not doing that for me. It's like a lot. And then my contacts drying out. Y'all, it's too much. All right, there we go, there we go. To press a little harder. Dang, I wish, oh Lord. Like, I wish this one came in more, but I wasn't focused on that. It's okay. Yeah, I remember like always I struggled because I always wanted my cut creases to be exactly even, matching and perfect, and I need to stop worrying about that. But I want both of the eyes to look like this one and they don't. It's okay. It's our first day back, you know? This pink shimmer is so pretty. Like, I cannot get over it. And the blend is phenomenal. Okay, so here's what I don't like. Like, see how this is in the corner? This just goes out here and this one comes in like crisply. I wish they would both just come in like that. It's too late to fix it though. I just wish they both looked like this in the corner. This is the eye for me, okay? I gotta let it go. I like it though. I don't know that I've done a look like this. I definitely know I've done a pink cut crease, but I don't know if I did it with black. I think I just did like a super pinky cut crease before. Okay, let's do eyeliner. Yeah, I want to do a wing. All right, I'm officially back to talking about the show. So we wrapped up with Brittany and Kenneth, right? Brittany and Kenneth. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Who do I want to start with? I probably should have started after I did this. Y'all, have all kinds of debris in my eye because I'm wearing contacts. And all the fall up is like getting under my contacts. All right, so we talked about the 3 boring couples. Let's talk about Clay and AD, and Matthew, I guess. Let me start off by saying AD's body. I was like, I had cartoon eyes. My eyes extended to the TV. So AD her name is Amber, but she goes by AD. She's black, she's beautiful. Her body needs to be like, we need to study it. She's a cheerleader and a dancer. She cheered for the Patriots and somebody else. Wow. I know once she gets out of I know she's out of the pods now, but I know her TikTok is going to be flooded with what's the workout routine? What's the workout routine? What's the workout routine? I'm asking too. One of the first interactions we see her have is with a guy named Matthew. Now Matthew, you know, every season there's always some weird ones. Matthew would fit into that category. My contacts are like so dry. And like, this is not the time for this to happen. I'm gonna put a little solution in my eyes before we get too far into this. Well, Y'all don't look. I'm gonna cut this out. Oh my gosh, the relief. I'm glad I did this before I put on mascara. I'm gonna do it again. We need to get a rinse. I'm probably gonna cut this. It's not attractive. We see her interacting with Matthew. Well, first we see Matthew talk to a few of the women. He's coming off weird, okay? He brought questions, which is fine. He's like, ask me a number 1 through 12 and then I'll ask you the question. Super cute idea. One girl he goes to, what do you want in life or what are your goals? It's the Sarah Ann girl, I think. She starts going on and I guess she's talking too much for him. Y'all, he gets up and walks out. Didn't say nothing to her. She was like, hello? But she was happy he left. She was like, thank God, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes to another girl. He's like, pick a number 1 through whatever. And, you know, I'll ask you the question. She's like, number 4. He's like, oh, too many people ask that. Can you have something else? Like, be different. And he talks about how he's socially awkward and he's not on the show to be a C-list celebrity. And he's saying this is when he's talking to AD now. He gets to AD and he's like, yeah, I'm not on. She's like, what do you want? He was like, I'm not on here to be a C-list celebrity. And she was like, okay. And then they kind of start hitting it off, oddly. Now, AD is a city girl from Boston. Matthew's a country boy. I can't remember where he's from, but he's from like a country. He's from like the country. She's black, he's white. They're, you know, they're different. But they're getting along and it's very interesting because nobody gets along with Matthew. Even the men are like, he doesn't talk. When AD went back into the women's quarters to tell them that she made a connection with Matthew, they were like, who? One of the other girls was like, you like that? Y'all, all right, I have a new mascara. This is the Milk Makeup Rise mascara. It was strange that they were bonding, but it was cute. You're like, okay, this is different, but it's giving. It was cute, so we thought. She also talks to Clay. He's her usual type. Athlete, tall, life of the party, red flags. A lot of red flags. She was like, I'm trying not to date my usual type. She goes, most of the guys I date are red flags. She goes, I look past that. I just paint my nails red to match. AD, y'all, it's still raining outside. Oh my gosh, my eyes are itching now. Please no. AD girl. Not paint your nails to match his red flag. That was a new one for me. I had never heard that. Oh my gosh, my eyes so itchy. Here's the mascara. It's like a little sample one that I got when I bought something at Sephora. I don't know, y'all. Okay, it's like a curvy wand. Applicator, whatever you want to call it. So everybody's shocked AB likes Matthew. Now, Clay doesn't know she has a connection with Matthew yet. It's almost kind of, I was like, does it smell good? It smells like mascara, but it hit me. It smelled like vanilla. Anyway, so yeah, so at the end of the episode, this is the first episode with AD and Matthew. At the end of the first episode, you see AD back in the women's quarters. Now, Matthew done basically pumped her head up with all kinds of like, basically saying she's the one for him and he can't wait to get out of there with her. He'll leave with her tonight if she wants. And then he was like, I want to ask your dad's hand in marriage. And she was like, my dad's passed. You know, they talked about that. And he was like, just say the word and we can leave. She's feeling giddy. She gets into the women's quarters and she's sitting next to this girl, Amber. Amber is saying Matthew said the exact same things to her. Now, AD didn't say nothing. She's just listening to Amber pour her heart out about, he said he wanted to ask my dad and he said we can leave. Y'all, the same things. And mind you, like, when he was talking to AD, he was like, I'm not saying any of these things to anybody else. You make me feel so special. Y'all, it was given like Cameron and Lauren at first. Okay, like they're in love. He's gonna propose after the first. Like, it was giving. So that's how the episode ends. He done fooled us all, okay? At first, you're like, I don't like him. And then his connection with AD, you're like, maybe I do. Maybe there is something there to him. Maybe he is, you know, something to do. Girl. All right, let's use a new primer. Well, it's not new, but it's one of my old-ass primers that I only used once. So this is the Skin Ink Serum Glowy Filter Primer. Look how cute. Yes, this is old. Got this back when I had BoxyCharm. Don't judge me. Well, oh, okay, y'all, maybe I'm not gonna use this. I don't like the way this is looking. I don't like that. Fine, I'll throw it away. Let's use this Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This is like on its way to being old. think I like this. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. So yeah, so that's what's going on, right? AD goes and meets with Matthew and tells him like, what the hell? Why would you tell two girls the same thing? Basically, he was saying like he didn't say the exact same things to Amber. He said similar things, but they didn't mean as much as when he said them to AD. She's already like, I think at that point she was like, nah, this might not be my man. Matthew starts spiraling. Also, you see his interactions with the guys, and he doesn't really talk to the guys. It's just, he's weird. It's just like, why are you here at this show? You really don't seem like the type of person to do this. I got some new lash glue. Kiss Super Strong Lash Couture. Okay. I'm also using Kiss lashes. These are Kiss in the style Ruffle. Then we realize that he's very aware that he's on TV. He says something like, talking to AD, all right, I think I know what I want to do now. America loves the underdog. She was like, her face was like, what? He keeps mentioning America. America's watching. What? She was like, listen, I'm not here for the cameras and all that other kind of stuff. I'm here for this experiment. I've seen it work and I'm not here to play no game. He's talking about America. She was like, But y'all, it was just so awkward. She was just like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out. So that explodes, okay? Then we see AD meet with Clay. Now, Clay is very open about the fact that he knows he said his words, I'm not a good guy. I like the attention to be on me. You can already see like some red flags with him because as he's talking to AD, he basically is trying to get a feel for what she looks like. Little does he know she banging. But she was like, no, I'm not about to tell you what I look like. That is not what this experiment is about. And he was like, I just don't see myself getting to that door without knowing if you look good or not. He was like, I am superficial. Like, I do care about looks. While we're on this show, looks do matter to me. And she was basically like, I'm not telling you what I look like. He didn't like that. That's one of the few red flags we see. That's one of the many red flags we see from Clay. He basically says his dad, he wants to be like his dad. His dad is like super suave. And he keeps mentioning like his dad is giving that he's trying to impress his daddy issues, attention. I just don't think he's right for AD, but she really, really likes him, like a lot. There's just also a couple of other things that I don't love about Clay. I'm gonna say it in a second. Hold on, let me get this lash on. Yes, honey, the lashes. I don't have nowhere to go. I'm just in the house. Plan. AD meets up with Clay. They're talking and she's just so distracted by what just happened with Matthew that she ends up telling him what happened. He was like, wait a minute. He was like, do you like me or not? Because everything you just talked about has nothing to do with me. Which is true, but also to go right into a date after what just happened, like I would need to talk about it as well. I know he doesn't want to hear that, but she was going through something. Oh, y'all love these lashes so much. We love a lash. For foundation, I'm gonna use my baby because it's almost, I'm sure this is coming up on expired and I just refuse to throw this away. So I'm gonna use it every day until it's gone. This is the they don't make this anymore, but this is the KVD True Portrait Foundation. I'm so sad they don't make this anymore. It's such a good foundation. It's like a liquid to powder. The coverage, the color, everything is just perfect about it. Clay ain't having it. He's like, why are we talking about this? So then they get into it. So she was explaining everything to him without saying names. And he was like, I mean, you might as well tell me like who I'm in the triangle with, like who is it? Let me know. Because when she was telling Clay about Matthew, she was talking about proposal and stuff like that. So I understand why that would throw him off. And she said, it's me, you, and Matthew. He didn't even, at first he was like, Matthew, like who the fuck is that? And he was like, Matthew? He was like, hell no. He was like, you talking to Matthew? I understand. It was funny because everybody is shocked that she is talking to this man. Foundation is clogged. Seeing Clay's reaction, he was going crazy. He gets back in the men's quarters. He cannot contain himself. He gets emotional. He's just so shocked. He did kind of fly off the handle at her. Like, I think he overreacted, but I understand. Like, she's talking about getting engaged to somebody else and having feelings for somebody else. And then you find out that person is the oddest person, like the last person you would think she would even talk to. You know what it's giving? You know, when people in relationships cheat on their partner, it's always with somebody, a lot of the times, that is way less attractive than the partner. And when the partner finds out, they're like, why would you do that? Why are you embarrassing me like that? Like, at least cheat with somebody better looking than me, you know. It was giving that. Concealer, I'm using Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer in the shade Coffee. So Clay gets back in the men's quarters and he's like, he's looking at Matthew like, for real, like him? And then he opens up to the guys. He like breaks down crying. I think he was crying over not the fact that it was just Matthew, but I just think he's not used to having his feelings hurt. And he did mention basically he felt like he likes to feel chosen. I'm assuming in that moment he didn't feel chosen. He kind of blew up at her. But Matthew ends up leaving. He left the show. He's like, I'm leaving. I'm finna go find Amber, the other girl he was talking to, alongside AD, telling her the same stuff. He claimed he's gonna go find her. I'm gonna set this with the One Size setting powder in Ultra Pink. Fast forward, they end up getting engaged, AD and Clay. When they meet, I didn't feel like he was all that impressed. I mean, I know he was impressed with her body, but he didn't give, like, he talks about her body specifically later, which is why I say that. He didn't look, it looked like he was trying to, like, he's like, oh yes, my baby, hey baby, da da da, but I didn't give that he was attracted to her. I think his type is like light-skinned girls or like mixed girls or, you know, exotic girls. He gives me that. I get that energy from him. But I think that's so important that AD pushed, you know, I'm not going to tell you what I look like, because clearly that hasn't been working out for either one of us. And that's not the point of this experiment. It's not supposed to be about looks. A little pink setting powder. Yes, darling, yeah. She's definitely attracted to him because you can tell that's her type. That's her type. That's her man right there. That's her normal type. So we'll see what happens with them. I'm not sure about them. I want the best for AD. Like, I think she deserves a great guy. Her personality, I mean, yes, her body is like yowzers and wowzers, but her personality also is great. She's funny. She's smart. I love me some AD, okay? Why do I look a little dry? I'm gonna use some setting spray. I don't like that. Y'all, this eye look is eating, bitch. The eye look. Ooh, my bad. My thing. I had to start over. It's finna cut me off. Yo, I've been here for hours. I miss this. Like, when I do my everyday or, you know, the more basic makeup looks, I'm done in like an hour and a half or whatever. I've been here almost 2 hours now and I'm just talking and feeling good. Can y'all hear the rain? Bro, it's pouring. Spray some moisturizing spray. This is a Clean Skin Club Pineapple Glow Mist with hyaluronic acid and peptides and whatnot. I just need a little moisture. Okay, y'all, let's get on to the final couple. The stars of the show, the main events. I'm gonna use a couple of blushes. This is Flirted Up by Sephora. Super pinky, very pretty. This is dirty. It's a nice brush though. I'm pretty sure I got this in a box. Brand new, child. Ugh, I don't even know where I got that from. I want something a little more. This is pretty though. It's just like not. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is it. Let me see. I like the pinkiness of it. I just want it to be like a little more bang, bang, bang. I have, girl, it's dusty. I have this Anastasia blush trio. Ooh, the one in the middle is calling my name. Exotic. Come on, y'all. Ooh. Okay, I'm actually gonna use this brush I just opened for contour or bronzer. I don't really contour. I probably should though. I do a little bit. Just I don't really know. I don't really be knowing what I'm doing. This brush is really nice. It's super soft, really fluffy. I don't know where it's from or where I got these from. LaRousse brush. This is a LR304 brush. It's really nice. Do another layer of spray. Okay, y'all, the final couple. It is another love triangle, but this one, y'all, let me tell y'all something. So in the first episode, when the Lachey's introduce themselves, Nick and Vanessa, they're like, you know, tell us a little bit about yourselves. A woman starts talking and she's like, it's really hard for me to date. I have a daughter Now, this is the first time we've had somebody with a child on Love is Blind. Very interesting. People are torn about it. Some people think it's not. From what I've been hearing, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It didn't bother me, but people were saying it's not fair to the people dating her that she has a kid because they're going into this experience to see if they want to get married, not to like immediately become a step parent, which I understand. I didn't think about that. I was just like, oh yeah, like they have a kid. You know, people have kids and date all the time, but I didn't think about the fact that realm of this show that yeah, you're very serious, and this person, you know, if you're doing it properly or you know the correct way, this person is going to meet your child very soon. You're gonna say that's your fiance. I understand it, hearing it that way. I hear that, but at the same time, there are so many different people, different types of people in the world that maybe somebody wouldn't think that's that big of a deal, or they wouldn't think that it would be a disadvantage or unfair to them. Maybe somebody can handle that and it's not something that they're afraid of. That's the way I was thinking about it. Maybe she might meet somebody that's like, okay, I'm fine with that. I've dated people with kids before or something like that. Like that's what I was thinking. Her name's Jessica. She is gorgeous, honey. All I could look at was her makeup. I was like, is her makeup professionally done? Because it's giving professional. I just kept looking at her makeup. Her skin's giving, her makeup is everything, okay? We meet her. We meet another girl named Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea. And it's not because of what I'm about to say, why everybody else doesn't like Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea because, well, maybe this is what everybody else thinks too, but not the main reason is what I'm about to say. She's very whiny and needy. And you don't notice that until she gets out of the pods. Yes, it could be because of the situation she's in, but I feel like she does this in relationships. It's just the way she communicates. So Chelsea is also in a triangle. She's involved in 2 triangles. Chelsea and Jessica both like a dude named Jimmy. Y'all, Jimmy is not all that. I think they like his voice. It's like a deep, interesting voice. What I learned after watching these few episodes, we don't get to know that much about Jimmy. He says a little bit about his childhood and stuff, but he's involved in so much other drama that we don't really know the kind of partner he is. You see Jessica's interactions with Jimmy first and you're like, oh, they're gonna be together. Jessica waits, I think she waits a day or two to tell him that she has a child. She didn't want to start off by saying she has a child right away because she wants the people to get to know her first. She wants the guys to get to know her first. She's not going to talk about her daughter. Not right away. She tells Jimmy she has a child. He doesn't handle it well. I mean, he looks shook because I think he was going to pick her. I think that's the reason he did not. He didn't take that well. She kind of took it for what it was. Like, she understood. They fine. Jessica goes into the women's quarters and Chelsea somehow picks up on the fact that Jessica and Jimmy have something going on. Like, they like each other. She peeps that. Then we see Chelsea's interaction with the other guy, Trevor. He's a big old muscly guy, deep voice, very nice guy. At first he seemed a little weird, but as the episodes go on, he's like a little sweetheart. And oh my gosh, he's so sweet. Chelsea's talking to Trevor and Jimmy. In my opinion, it looks like Chelsea has a better connection with Trevor. Their energy seems to be on the same level. They have the same vibe. Their communication seems super effortless. I think, okay, so Chelsea she's pretty, okay? She's not ugly in my opinion. I don't think she's ugly, but she does not look like Jessica. Jessica is a very like stereotypical hot girl, okay? Petite, cute little body. Chelsea's tall. She's got some weight on her. You know, she's a bigger girl. They just don't look the same. I think that when Chelsea heard that both she and Jessica like Jimmy, I think competition. Like, she was like, oh, like, I want to beat her. I think Chelsea then put all of her energy into getting Jimmy. She does this by, now remember, you are not supposed to say what you look like. Here's somebody else that went around the way. She went around. She said, hey, like, does anybody ever tell you you look like a celebrity? Did I burp while I said that? Does anybody tell you that you look like a celebrity? He was like, yeah, but we don't hear who. And I wanted to know because he don't look like a celebrity to me. Somebody say he looks like Bender from Futurama, and okay. She says, now remember y'all, she asked this question first. She says, oh, well, you know, I get one person all the time. I don't really see it. I just think it's because I have dark hair and light eyes. He's writing that down. Oh, dark hair, light eyes. Oh, she's like, oh, I think it's, now y'all, wait till y'all hear the name if you haven't seen this already. She was like, oh, I think it's like MGK's wife, or I don't know if it's his wife yet. He was like, Megan Fox? Chelsea does not look like Megan Fox. I'm gonna put up a picture of Chelsea. I'm gonna put a picture up of Jessica. Jessica looks more like Megan Fox, but Jessica didn't say what she looked like. He wrote that down. He was like, you wanna get married? She's like, what? She knew what she was doing. She was planting a seed in his head, y'all. Jessica is basically, they have a conversation and she's like, I really want to know like where you're at. Is getting close to like proposals. Are you going to tell me you love me? He was like, I don't want to say I love you unless I'm 100% sure. Of course, you still hear him having conversations with the guys. It's very clear that he's uncomfortable. He doesn't like the fact that she has a kid. In the meantime, you see Trevor and Chelsea getting to know each other, y'all. It's so cute. Trevor admits to Chelsea that he is in love with her. Now her reaction, that's all I needed to see. She fell to the floor. Oh my gosh, I wish you could see my face right now. Not saying I love you back and just saying that's so sweet. Oh, she didn't love him. I think she did though. I just think in her head the Jessica thing was just in the back of her head. I really think she just completely shut down with giving Trevor a chance once she heard about Jessica and Jimmy. I'm being so for real. He like peeps it, but he doesn't peep it, you know? Jessica in the women's quarters is like, I'm just so confused. Like, you know, Jimmy, I don't know what's going on with him. And then she hears Chelsea bragging about her connection with Jimmy and she was like, oh, hell no. She was shocked to find out that Jimmy had a connection with Chelsea. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense 3. After Jimmy's date with Jessica, we see him go on a date with Chelsea and he basically just tells Chelsea he loves her. Now, mind you, he did not speak to Jessica about this first. He told Jessica he would tell her when he's 100% sure he wasn't ready to make a decision yet on nobody. Then he turns around and tells Chelsea he loves her. What happened to thinking it over, trying to make a decision? Chelsea has somewhat of a similar reaction to when Trevor told her she fell on the floor. I feel like I'm gonna puke. You should see my face right now. I was very confused by her reaction, but she tells Jimmy, you're everything I ever wanted. I love you. And then she said something about getting engaged and Jimmy was like, well, I haven't proposed yet. I'm just telling you that I love you. And she was like, well, are you gonna propose? He was like, maybe. He was like, I just know I 100% love you. That's it. He has chosen Chelsea. In my eyes, Chelsea runs back to the women's quarters. Now, she didn't say it out loud. She goes and sits with her little group of friends. Jessica's over there with her group of friends. And she whispers to somebody, he told me he loves me. Now, in that group was Laura, the first person I talked about, or somewhere up in there, one of the boring people, the people I don't like. Laura skedaddles over to Jessica. Chelsea gets up and leaves. I don't know, she leaves somewhere. Laura gets up, goes to Jessica and just says, you need to leave. I need you to leave. You need to leave on your own accord. Jessica's like, what's going on? Laura was like, just trust me. Jessica's like, I don't understand. She was like, he's not your man. She was like, how do you know? Like, tell me what's going on. She was like, he's not your man. You need to leave. Just tell her what you know. I did not like that. She should have just told her. She's already spilling the tea. Going to tell her everything. Jessica breaks down crying because she realizes like, that's it. Then, y'all, this scene of the season, and I'm telling you it's already the scene of the season, this is going to go down in history. Like, for real. Love is Blind history. Jessica meets with Jimmy. Oh, before she found out that he told Chelsea he loves her, he read her. They had a date. And she gave him a letter that she wrote when she was young, or 2 years ago or something like that, like, to my future husband. He's reading it and he's crying. You would think that after he read that, he would say, I love you. But that's also when I knew that he wasn't going to pick her. Because after a moment like that, you would say, I love you. Okay, I just want y'all to know that. She comes into the date now after she done found out. She was like, I can't believe you. He was like, I didn't know yet. She was like, what do you mean? It was just like last night or something like that. It was very recent. He was like, I didn't know. I wasn't ready to make a decision. They go back and forth. He can't form a sentence. And he says something like, I just need a little space or guidance. She's like, if you need somebody to like hold your hand and guide you and make decisions for you, like, that's not me. It will never be me. Then she said, when you see what you missed out on, you are going to choke. His face was like, what the hell you? In the back of his head, he was like, whatever, I got Megan Fox. That's what he's thinking. She was like, you are going to need an EpiPen to open up your airways because when you see me, you will not be able to breathe. ate him up, okay? Which he deserved. Why do they like him? So she leaves. I think she leaves. No, she stay. I don't know. She goes. Their date ends. It's over. Then we see him propose to Chelsea. Whatever. Y'all, I'm not here for it, okay? But I was here for when they met in person. He thinks he's meeting Megan Fox. She done talked him into proposing to her. I'm telling you, I think the Megan Fox comment sealed the deal. Because I really think he would have chose Jessica, but he wasn't sure what Jessica looked like, and she had a kid. So, you know, you should have just went with your heart, but you went with your little guy. They meet. Y'all, it is so awkward. When he sees her, he was like, he couldn't believe his eyes. He was like, oh my gosh. He kept saying, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous. Y'all, he looked right at the camera, like, he hugged her, and he was like, he keeps looking at her like, oh my gosh, like, wow. And she was like, do you like me? Like, do you like me? He was like, yeah. It made me so happy to watch. Instant karma. The one you passed up on looks closer to Megan Fox than the one that told you she looks like Megan Fox. And honestly, her hair isn't even that dark. We're talking about some dark eyes, dark hair and light eyes. Girl, please. You wanna do this? I have this iconic London, I think this is like a plumping gloss. It's just really pretty pink. Let me see what this gives. Y'all like it. It's super glossy. Let's set the face. Milani, make it last. Whew. She's drenched. They meet in person, y'all. She can already tell he's having regrets. I'm shocked that she didn't realize that would happen. Now listen, no, she does not look like Megan Fox of today, but somebody put a comparison. She does look a lot like Megan Fox used to look like. So I could see kind of, but yeah, it ain't it. Then they get to the honeymoon place where they're going to be on vacation and everything, and she just starts turning super whiny. She was like, do you like me? Are you sure you like me? He's like, I do. I don't believe him, but he's trying his best to lie his way through this. And then she just starts crying, and it's just very awkward. Then there's another awkward scene with them when everybody gets to meet everybody. All the engaged couples get to meet each other, and Jimmy's looking at AD, and he whispers to Chelsea, he's like, AD is stacked. Chelsea, old insecure ass, she should just be like, between them, like, don't ever do that. What she did, what I'm about to say. She yells it out loud in front of everybody. AD, how do you get a butt like that? She was like, squats and Jesus, girl. And then she was like, yeah, because Jimmy said, he was like, oh my gosh, let it be something between the two of y'all. Be the cool little girlfriend or fiance. Be like, yeah, you know what? She does have a nice butt. Like, be cute between y'all. It makes your partner feel comfortable enough to like say things to you. Because listen, yes, you're married or engaged or whatever, but that doesn't put blinders on somebody. It's okay to say that somebody else is attractive. It's okay. She didn't like that though. I just think in the back of her head, like, she knows he's not happy with the way that she looks. And then to see him compliment somebody like AD, she went out of her way. Oh my God, like trying to pretend to be so comfortable with it, but she wasn't. And then he went over and talked to AD, and then she got more mad. Now in their hotel room, when they first landed, he told her what Jessica said. He was like, oh, Jessica said something to me like, I'm gonna choke when I see her, or something like that. And Chelsea was like, what? So that's also in the back of Chelsea's head. She knows objectively Jessica is considered the more attractive one out of the two of them. I'm not saying that, but this is what, you know, society would deem Jessica to be the more attractive one. And she knows he is going to see Jessica eventually. They always have some sort of birthday party or barbecue where everybody gets to meet each other. So he is going to meet Jessica. I can't wait for him to see her. I hope she finds love. I've seen her on TikTok. Of course, they haven't posted any spoilers or anything, so I don't know what happens. I just hope that she finds love. She seems like a really genuine person. She had a very rough upbringing, very sad. So I hope she's a good person, and I hope she finds love. She ate him up, y'all, and he is going to meet her. And I can't wait. The new episodes come out on Wednesday. What's on my face? Y'all, let me here for the makeup, okay? I feel like something's crawling on my face. Y'all, I love it. I love it so much. Y'all, and the lips. This is a plumping gloss because I can feel it tingling. And the color is everything. This color combo is really nice. That lipstick was Me by Juvia's Place. And this is iconic London plumping gloss in the shade Peekaboo. Peekaboo. So yeah, the new episodes of Love is Blind come out on Wednesday. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about it. I'll probably do another get ready with me. I will be doing another mukbang talking about housewives and stuff soon. I just haven't been watching Housewives. I'm like weeks behind. I need to catch up on my Housewives, and there will be another mukbang out soon on that. Y'all, what do y'all think of this look? Do you like it? Am I cute? Y'all, thank you for getting ready with me to sit in the house. I'm gonna try to get some pictures of this look and immediately sit down and edit, because I have been here for 3 hours. I started this at 3 o'clock and it is 5:47. Well, gardening will do that to you. Gardening will slow you down. But I'm glad I did it. I feel great. I look great. Let me know your thoughts on Love is Blind so far. Who are your favorite people? Who are your least favorite people? How do you feel about these relationships? Who do you think is gonna say yes at the altar? Let me know, y'all. Y'all know I need to know. Thank you so much for getting ready with me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.